no sign there.
Okay.
So again, is that a policy? Is that a request? Or is that a state law? That's my question.
It's our policy.
It's a policy. So again, back to him.
We are required to secure these vehicles.
But I'm not threatening any vehicle. So your policy doesn't trump my state law. This is public property here.
Sometimes, yeah, but more or less they get hit. We almost get hit sometimes.
Gotcha. No, I'm just doing my job. So, how about if I do my job and you don't tell me how to do it, and I won't tell you where to buy your donuts and beat your wife.
What's your job?
My job is taking photos.
Today, we're heading to two very different encounters that quickly turned into intense debates over public access, photography, and the limits of government authority. One unfolds outside a sheriff's facility, while the other takes place in Yucca Valley, California, where a simple camera attracted far more attention than anyone expected. These officers believed they had the authority to stop what they didn't like, but did they actually have the authority to stop it? The original creators behind these videos continue to play an important role in educating the public about constitutional rights and government accountability. Be sure to subscribe to their channels using the links in the description. Tell them ID Refusal Rights sent you, and let them know that we support civil rights and government transparency. As tensions rise and questions start flying, one question remains. Will the citizen back down, comply, and walk away, or stand his ground? Stay with us until the end. You're definitely going to learn something, and you're probably going to have a strong opinion about what happens next.
Get a body cam on you? See?
Yeah, I got a body cam.
Right. I mean, it works both ways. What's the big
This is
deal?
not an area for the general public.
But it's not fenced off.
I know it's not this time. We don't allow general public back here.
What's your rank in here, brother?
Officer Sutton.
Officer Sutton, what's your rank in here?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
A deputy sheriff?
Yeah, I work civil process.
Okay, I was just asking. I just wanted identification. Thank you, sir.
Who are you?
That's okay. So we're not allowed here for a security risk, to my understanding. I just want to be on a level playing field with you because I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. So it's a security risk that we can't be back here.
Yeah, we don't allow nobody back here.
Is that a
You can
building?
Be over in the road.
Is that a building policy or is that state law?
Well, that's building policy.
So you know our state law trumps your building policy. If we wanted to take that route, and again, I don't want to be argumentative. I just want you to kind of understand where we're coming from. Hey, come stand right here. I just want to understand where you're coming from because I don't want any confusion.
We don't allow nobody over here.
And that's understandable. I completely agree with that. But again, if that's building policy, do you understand the difference between your policy and state law? If this is public property because it's tax funded. So unless there's a state law or a state statute to back up what you're telling me, I don't mind abiding by the law. That's just where I want to level with you. I don't want to be argumentative.
Why are you just doing tape recording?
For my safety.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, and
okay,
and again, I completely respect that.
Why are you going around recording our buildings and stuff?
Because again, this is publicly accessible property.
But
So it's not like the front of the building is public and the back is private. This all sits on public property, correct? So again, if your building policy doesn't allow me back here,
it says no vehicles are passed this
again, that's a vehicle code. I'm not a vehicle.
Yeah, I know that, but
So if you know that, why did you? So you don't personally want it back here. See, it's a different. Again, I'm just trying to level with you. And again, I don't want to slander anything. You're giving me a vehicle code about my
I
person.
understand that, but we don't generally allow nobody back here.
That doesn't change the law. That's what I'm trying to level with you with. If it's a law, I completely get that. I'm a law-abiding citizen. But if it's a personal request because of a building policy, if we wanted to be buttholes, which I'm not saying I want to be that, I'm just trying to level with you. We don't have to abide by that policy. That's your policy. But that sign there says.
Notice what happens here. The officer repeatedly references department policy, but the citizen keeps returning to a critical legal distinction. Policy is not automatically law. In the United States, restrictions on access to public property generally require legal authority, not merely internal preferences. Courts have repeatedly examined whether government restrictions are backed by statutes, ordinances, or legitimate security concerns. The tension you see isn't about attitude, it's about authority.
Authorized vehicles. I'm not in a vehicle, so I'm authorized to walk this area. If that makes sense. And again, I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I just want to understand where you're coming from.
Trustees out here working and everything. We
What-
don't right now at the moment.
Yeah, I understand. Well, again,
But see, our problem is they see you back here. Okay, it's okay to go back here.
so can I ask you a question with that being said? Why isn't there a fence built here? I'm just trying to level with you. Again, I don't want you to think I'm pushing any buttons. I'm just trying to level with you on a legal standpoint. If there's trustees working back here, why isn't there a fence built? You get what I'm saying, though? I mean, like, I get what you're saying. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. Is your body cam rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, that's great. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah, I always use
I
my
feel
body
better.
cam.
I feel a lot better.
That's good. I think body cams have kind of, I won't say saved America, but they help at times.
Well,
Understand?
you know, even though they don't tell the whole story.
That
sometimes.
is true. Yeah. I mean,
People don't realize that.
yeah, they don't.
But
They don't. I
we're
mean, so
curious why you are
it's always different for
filming
every
back
case.
here.
Oh,
I mean,
just filming. Yeah, that's it.
how do we, you know, and I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. And who's the highest ranking officer in this bunch here?
The Lieutenant Hurley.
Lieutenant who again?
Hurley.
Hurley? Hello. How you doing? And which one am I speaking with again? This gentleman here?
My name is Lieutenant Stephen.
How you doing? I'm Dave. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
How's it going?
Just trying to understand a few things here. And again, I didn't want him to think I was being
Okay.
argumentative. Just trying to understand a few things. I get there.
We can walk back up to the front, and I'll have whatever conversation you want to have with you. Right. This area right here is not accessible to the public. We have seized vehicles that are secured here that people who are not law enforcement do not have access to.
So,
If you want to walk back up to the front, I'll be more than happy to have any kind of conversation you want to have.
Yes, sir. Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
Here, on camera, so because I don't want to slander anything that you're saying.
Okay.
Is this piece of strip here, is this public or private? This strip here.
This grass area?
This grass area.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
So we can film from right here.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
That's
Stay
all I
right
want
there
to
all day
understand.
long if you want to.
That's
Okay.
all I want to understand. Again, I didn't want to put words in your mouth or say that you said
What
anything.
questions do you have for us?
Oh, nothing. We were just filming and we had to.
Well, I just want to make it clear.
Had a nice
that If
conversation.
you come on to this area here, you are considered trespassing because this is where we keep secured vehicles. This is the back of our jail. Of course, it's pretty obvious. You can see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do have a suggestion. Is where something is secured, is build a fence and then put a sign on it.
I would
because
love for that to
I'll
happen.
pay for it.
The county commission's
I'll
the one
pay
who
for
has
it.
the vote to do that.
Oh man,
We have
I'll
asked
call
for
the
them to put a
commission.
fence around it.
Everybody, please
Well,
call
and
the
I asked
county
the gentleman here.
commission.
So this
And
sign
we'll
up here
set
says
up
authorized
a
vehicles. That's a vehicle
PayPal
code. That's not an
account
authorized personnel sign.
to get fenced.
That doesn't mean it's restricted to us. There's restricted vehicles that's allowed back here. So how is my person not allowed back here? But it says
Well,
authorized vehicles.
if we find people here, we educate them about it.
But there's no sign there.
Okay.
So again, is that a policy? Is that a request? Or is that a state law? That's my question.
It's our policy.
It's a policy.
because
So again, back
we
to
are
him.
required to secure these vehicles.
But I'm not threatening any vehicle. So
The
your
law
policy doesn't trump my state law. This is public property here. This
Yeah,
is all
what
tax
you're
funded.
saying on fine. What you're saying on fine. We have a right to secure areas because there are evidence.
And I get that.
Evidentiary
But
issues.
with this being tax funded, all this is public. So until there's a state law saying that none authorized LEOs isn't allowed back here, your policy doesn't trump state law. That's what
I'm not
and
going to argue.
I don't want to
semantics
argue with you. I just want to kind of
you
understand where we're
actually
coming
do
from.
want to argue 'cause that's what
No,
you're
I'm not.
doing.
No, again, I just want to
You
understand.
can stand there all day if you want to.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. So what happens if we come here?
He's already explained that to you.
So we'll be arrested, even though this is public property.
If you step onto this area after you've been advised not to, that you are considered trespassing because this is a secured area.
So with trespassing, you have to give me the opportunity to leave, and then I come back
And that's what I'm doing right now.
He's giving you that opportunity now.
to leave. So now I have to leave.
Trespassing, you'll go to jail.
If you step onto that property, you've been advised of it. You're not ignorant to the law. You're now being educated. That's what our policy is. If you willfully choose to disobey that, then you're violating law.
I'm violating your policy. It's a difference because you just stated I'm violating your policy. Policy isn't state law.
Semantics with you. If you want to stand there and argue all day,
I'm not arguing with you.
sit
That's
on YouTube. Have a good
that's
day,
between you and my attorney. But your policy isn't state law.
Need to sit in the lawn session.
In the first encounter, officers openly admitted their position was based on policy, not law. Yet they still threatened arrest if the citizen crossed an invisible line. But if you thought that was frustrating, wait until you see what happens next when a man with a camera becomes the focus of police attention in Yucca Valley. If you're still not satisfied with how the officers handled this situation, drop the letter R in the comments. It helps show the community how many people believe accountability and respect for citizens' rights matter.
How's it going?
Good. Are you taking pictures of the tree, the branch?
No, just a branch. Just a branch.
Why is that?
I can't really get into that. I'm a terrible artist, so I can't draw them, so I take photos instead. I like your stonework there. Very cool.
Oh,
Hey, how come you guys spell bank with a C?
Don't ask me.
There's got to be a story behind that, right?
Yeah, it's the corporation.
Gotcha.
At one time, there was a bank called Bank of California, spelled the traditional way. And I think they've since closed.
And so we're going to copyright type of things, like you couldn't have two Bank of Californias. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I have to tell you, because it's a security issue, we're not allowed to let you do this.
Uh-oh. Well, this should be interesting. So how, I got to ask, because I'm basically standing on a public right-of-way, how would you stop me?
Well, actually, we call the police.
Now, are you under the impression that what I'm doing is against the law?
What I would suggest is come back after we're closed and here.
Come back after you're closed?
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to do that.
And after we close, then nobody would care.
I'll bet you $100 that the police, if they come out, they won't make me leave a public right-of-way and tell me I can no longer take photographs out here.
Yeah.
That's just silly. I mean, I generally reserve phone calls to police for people who are actually breaking the law. So I got to ask, are you under the impression I'm breaking the law?
I have to do what I'm told to do.
So your higher-ups tell you if somebody's outside taking photos of the bank, you call the police.
Well, we're supposed to go out and ask why you're taking pictures.
Okay.
And we're supposed to inform you that you're not supposed to be doing that. It's a security issue as far as
Well,
the bank is concerned.
Inside, I mean, realistically.
And I can't have any further conversation because I just can't give you any more information.
But I mean, what would I be able to see? I'm just curious as security-wise. You guys don't like write account numbers on giant poster boards and hold up the windows. What can I possibly see through these windows here?
I'm sure the bank's position is it's a robbery situation if somebody's, casing the building.
Got it. But it's still not a crime, though. I mean.
Well, casing the building, I don't know what that relates to with the law enforcement.
Yeah. Well, taking photos of a building, but it's still, it's not a crime. I mean,
But anyway, I'll let you go.
Watch closely. The employee repeatedly describes photography as a security concern, yet no unlawful act is identified. Under the First Amendment, photographing matters visible from public spaces is generally protected activity. The conversation quietly reveals an important legal principle. Suspicion and discomfort are not the same thing as criminal conduct. In many audit encounters, that distinction becomes the entire story.
You've been informed.
Tell the police I said hello.
I certainly will. You have a great day.
Well, I'd have a better day if I didn't have the police called on me by people trying to violate my rights, but you do you, boo. You do you. All right, you heard the nice lady. She can't have me doing this, so she's going to call the police. Bank of California. Sad. Americans are afraid of their own shadows. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The terrorists won on 9/11. The terrorists won. Americans are afraid of their own shadows. What do you say we go around the side here and see what's over here on this side over here, shall we? I was baffled when they just stand there and watch me. I mean, did they think I'm gonna turn into a werewolf or something? And it's just, what do they think is gonna happen? They just stand there and stare at me. It's weird.
Hey, sir.
How's it going?
How you doing?
No complaints? And yourself?
Yeah, same.
All right. Well,
Taking pictures of the local banks, or is it just
taking pictures of all sorts of stuff. What do you take pictures of?
What's recording? Just take a video.
Oh, gotcha.
Are you local, sir?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you like it?
No.
Oh, well, there's always other places to move to, I suppose.
Okay.
That's too bad.
Is there a reason why you're taking pictures of stuff?
Sure.
What's the reason?
I can't get in with you.
Okay.
Because I don't want to. I hope that's enough reason. I mean, yeah, I just not feeling chatty today.
Sure.
So it's all good. It's all good. So, are you just out here because somebody's taking pictures out here on the sidewalk and they called the police?
Well, it's not the first place you've taken pictures of, right?
I know. I've taken pictures all over America.
Okay.
So, you're just cracking down on public photography, are you? Well, I'm just wondering what you're doing. I mean, why you obviously stopped to chat with me, so I'm just assuming you were coming out here because somebody called the police on a man taking photos in public.
Well, it's not the first place you've gone to, right?
It's.
I mean, in this town.
No, I've been all over town.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking pictures of all sorts of places here in town. Just going around and chatting with everybody that's taking photos in town.
Well, it's a slow day.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would be. All right, well, I hope things.
Usually isn't.
I was gonna say I hope things don't pick up for you. I hope.
Usually it's very busy, but right now it's a slow day.
A Friday afternoon on Halloween, I would think it would be pretty crazy. So.
Well, it's not dark yet, but once it gets dark, it's gonna get dark.
All right, well, I don't know. You plan on going in and chatting with these folks?
No.
All right. Okie doke. Well, you have yourself a spectacular afternoon. Don't take any wooden nickels. It's all the same. Don't take any wooden nickels.
What saying?
Yeah, it's an very old saying. Don't take any wooden nickels. You've ever heard that saying?
I'm old, but I guess I'm not that old.
How about what's the new saying? You're taking pictures. I'm taking pictures. It's okay in the club. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What is it? In the club, we're all fam. Have you heard that saying? Oh. Look at that.
I guess it's a different generation.
Oh no, that's definitely a newer generation. But 2 police officers for a man of the camera. That's crazy. It must be a slow day.
Just don't walk into the street like that.
Don't eat yellow snow.
No, I mean like because this I have to clean up the yellow snow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had no intention of playing in traffic. Is that something you have a problem with out here? People playing in traffic?
Sometimes, yeah, but more or less they get hit. We almost get hit sometimes.
Gotcha. No, I'm just doing my job. So, how about if I do my job and you don't tell me how to do it, and I won't tell you where to buy your donuts and beat your wife.
What's your job?
My job is taking photos.
I never told you not to take photos.
No, I know, but it's just strange you come out here and ask me. It's just weird. It's weird. That's just me. I find it strange.
Well,
How you doing? No complaints.
I
No
find yellow
complaints.
snow strange, but
Nah, when you start telling me common sense things like not to play in the traffic there, not to step out in the street, that's just stupid.
well,
Of course I'm not going to step out in the street.
People do it, so.
No, stand on the public right away. Had no intention of going out in traffic.
Well, but that's. I was about to leave. I was just saying.
Gotcha.
Do me a favor, don't step onto the street.
All right, and please do me a favor, don't eat yellow snow. That's just silly. Wear your seatbelt. Make sure you wear your seatbelt.
Okay.
It's just common sense type things. I don't need you to come out here and share common sense things with me. Don't play in the street. Got it. I will not play in the street.
Well, you go on the street, just don't.
Oh, I can play in the street. Is that right? Is it Deputy Cordova? Is it legal in Yucca Valley to play in the street? No, I didn't think so either. So Leon here thinks it's okay to tell people to play in the street, huh?
No, I'm saying you can.
I can. So there you go. Officer Cordova, or I'm sorry, Deputy Cordova, Deputy Leon has told me it's okay for me to play in the street. So if I'm out playing in the street and somebody calls the police on me out playing in the street, we can just blame it on Deputy Leon, right? You've done your job here today, Leon. I will dismiss you without further argument. You're good to go. You're good to go.
Like a Fourth Amendment auditor?
I don't even. I'll tell you what. You ask for my ID, and I'll tell you if I'm a Fourth Amendment auditor. That's what the Fourth Amendment is.
Notice the reaction here. No demand for identification has actually been made, yet the auditor immediately frames the issue around constitutional protections. Under the Fourth Amendment, police encounters often depend on whether an officer has reasonable suspicion or legal authority to compel identification. Different states apply identification requirements differently, especially during consensual encounters. That legal gray area is exactly why moments like this attract so much public attention.
No, I'll be honest with you. I am not a fan of the people that go out and they find police and they just kind of hassle cops. That's not my jam. I used to want to be a cop when I was a kid, so I don't hassle cops. That's for darn sure. But sometimes cops come out and give me strange instructions like don't play in the street, or as his case, do play in the street. This is weird. That's weird. All right. Well, Leon, you be you. You do you, boo, and I'm gonna keep doing my job unless you need anything else from me. He says he doesn't like it here. I asked him earlier. He said he does not like it here.
It's too hot, too cold, a lot of stuff, all the time.
No, he's not going to bother with that. He's not going to tell him that, you know, the man's not breaking any laws and you should maybe not abuse the 911 system.
I just thought it was strange.
Yeah, so they called 911. That's strange.
I don't think they called 911.
We'll find out.
Called the non-emergency dispatch.
Well, they called men with guns because they saw a man outside taking a photograph. That is so grossly offensive to me, I can't even put it in the words. So when a woman comes outside and tells me, I can't let you photograph the bank, I'm Gen X. I'm going to stick around here and wait for the next, photograph the bank for the next 4 hours. You don't tell me I can't do something I know I can do. That's just stupid. So their mistake.
Don't tell me you can't videotape.
No, they did. Yeah, she told me I could not do that. So if you guys want to go on, if one of you guys goes inside the bank and talks to the lovely gal, maybe let her know that public photography is not a crime, and telling a Gen Xer they can't do something they can do, that's just going to cause them to do it that much longer.
Your name is X?
A Gen X, I said? Yeah. No, my name is not X. Be a pal and look up Deputy N as in November Leon, San Bernardino County Sheriff's Office. He doesn't like it here. He doesn't like it here, and I'm encouraging him to maybe find a place that he'd be happier. But if you could look him up and let me know if there's any issues with him, any past complaints, what have you. You know, this is the whole shebang. Thanks. You're not under the impression I'm breaking the law, right?
No.
So I'm just curious, how long do you stick around when you're called to a situation and somebody isn't breaking the law? How long do you stick around?
I was about to leave.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Well, don't let me keep you.
Just admiring the view.
It is a nice view.
Oh, so if you go down the 29 Palms, when the sun's going down,
Yeah.
you get a perfect kind of like panorama setting over there. Have you been out there?
I have indeed. Yep, been all over down here. Joshua Tree, and spent quite a bit of time in Joshua Tree.
Well, they have like this backdrop where it's just like houses and all open desert. It gets really red. It's kind of nice.
Check it out.
All right, Mr. Sir. Have a good day.
You too.
Today, we watched two very different encounters reach the same destination. A citizen calmly asking questions while government officials struggled to explain where policy ends and lawful authority begins. If you're still not satisfied with how the officers handled these situations, leave the letter R in the comments. It helps show the community how many people believe accountability, transparency, and respect for constitutional rights still matter. If you've ever been questioned, challenged, or pressured while exercising your rights, share your experience below. Your story may help someone else understand theirs. And if videos like this help you better understand your rights, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're never caught off guard when it matters most. Remember, you don't have to stay silent. You have to know the law. In this country, freedom isn't something you ask permission to use. It's something you're expected to understand and exercise. This is ID refusal right, where knowledge defeats intimidation, where peaceful resistance starts with understanding, and where your civil rights remain your strongest protection. Until next time, stay informed, stay respectful, and stand firm.